But one Republican now has a new idea. Lower the temperature just a bit by having members of Congress sleep in their offices. The Georgia Congressman, Buddy Carter, writing in a recent op-ed the following, saying, quote, "I submit that Congress would be more effective if every member slept in their office because there is inherent value in getting to know people across the aisle as people rather than as just the opposition." And the congressman from the state of Georgia joins us live. Congressman Carter, thanks for being with us here on the Hill. Appreciate it, sir. You sleep in your office already. Tell me about it and why you do that.
I sleep in my office, quite honestly, because not necessarily to save money, but just the convenience of it. I mean, look, I'm a healthcare professional, I'm a pharmacist by profession. But whenever there's an issue that is outside of my area of study, I have to study, and I spend every night probably an hour and a half just reading over things, learning about things, and that's why it's so convenient for me instead of fighting traffic in Washington D.C. or whatever. But I really do think it is a way for us to build up bipartisanship and to build up camaraderie. It's a special. There are a group of us. I'm not the only one who does it. There's probably 40, 50 of us. Yeah, there's a decent-sized chunk of Congress, and we're showing your office right now in that sort of cot or rollaway bed. But square this for me, Congressman, because I hear you talk about bipartisanship, and my gosh, do we need bipartisanship in this town and across this country, really? But Republicans believe they have a mandate. So how do you get to bipartisanship with Republicans saying, you know what, we control the White House, we control the House, we control the Senate, it's go time? Oh, that's a good question. But at the same time, I think Democrats realize that as well. Yes, we do feel like we have a mandate. I think President Trump feels like he has a mandate. And it's clear what we need to do. We need to make sure that we're improving our economy. We need to make sure that we're unleashing American energy. We need to make sure that we're securing our border. We need to make sure that we're once again respected on the world stage. All of those things are extremely important. But I don't think that Democrats necessarily disagree with a lot of those things. Maybe there's a different way they think we should go about it, but I think that they understand, too, the American people have spoken, and spoken loud and clear. You know, you talk about the camaraderie in the gym, for example, right? How you go down there and you work out in the Capitol complex. There's a gym, and you talk about in your op-ed how you work out next to Republicans and Democrats. Congressman, this was the least productive Congress, if not the least, one of the least productive Congresses of all time. And I think there might be some folks who read the op-ed who say, wow, that's nice. I'd like to see that or hear that the members of Congress sort of work with each other. But you know what? And I say this respectfully, I really don't care. Just get stuff done. What would you say to that line of questioning? Well, this is the way that we can get things done. I use the example of my good friend Josh Gothard, who I have sponsored and co-sponsored a number of bills with, a number of bipartisan bills, and I do work across the aisle. We do work across the aisle. I serve on the Energy and Commerce Committee. I would submit to you that the Energy and Commerce Committee is the most bipartisan committee in Congress. We work together, particularly in health care, because when it comes down to it for health care, we all want the same thing, whether you're Republican or Democrat. You want accessible, affordable, quality health care. We all work toward that common goal. I know that we may have different ways to get there, but we all want to get to that goal. Congressman Carter, you've written this op-ed, and there's a little bit of whispering going on here in Washington and across Georgia that you might want to be Senator Carter. Where are you right now, Congressman, in potentially running for senator in 2026 against Jon Ossoff, who's the Democrat? Well, certainly that should be a Republican seat. Let's make that clear. And I'm looking forward to having a Republican nominee who's going to take back that seat. But I will tell you that I'm honored to represent the people of the 1st Congressional District. I've just been reelected. I'm excited. The shine has not worn off for me in Washington, D.C. I'm still excited every time I go back up there. I don't hear a no there, Congressman. We'll see what God has got in plan here. Does it matter if Governor Kemp runs, if he's in, you're out? Well, I certainly feel like Governor Kemp would be a great candidate, and certainly he'll clear the field in the Republican primary if he runs. Okay. Congressman Buddy Carter from the state of Georgia, if you couldn't tell by that football there behind him. Thanks for being with us here on the Hill this evening. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.